because, we onboarded them, but then they never got actually any work. Before we always onboard new people, and then we actually have some in our backlog. So it would be really nice if everyone can just have a look, browse through, let me know if some names are missing, maybe in the wrong team. Just keep me updated.
Yeah, but the fact that we are like you have to move to Notion in like to simplify or to visualize what's happening on Aeon. Maybe we are doing something wrong in Aeon. Maybe we need to sort of rethink how we do it, because the idea of Aeon is to have all of those things in one place, right? So anyone should be able to see what's happening in Aeon, or does Aeon does not have that?
Yeah, I think we got a little disappointed with Aeon on a lot of parts. So we can try on the next meeting.
So you're saying that Aeon does not have that possibility? Is that it? It's like something that is missing on Aeon?
So pitch on from Pipeline on that, we need to set it up. There's a whole filter and view system in Aeon where like every department could essentially set up a view that shows them only their artists and what they're working on and all of that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But with Notion and the way that Christine has set up Notion, it's got a lot more information in there that is not just tied to Aeon, like for example, people's emails, their time zone, and stuff like that. But I think we should definitely set up some views for everyone, some custom views in Aeon, just so it's easier to track what your department is doing.
Yeah, because it's been a recurring thing that people are finding alternatives to Aeon. In the layout meeting, we also had we also talking about like we're making an Excel sheet with like tracking tasks and like what things were who was assigned to it, and I was like, I feel like either Aeon is not as capable as we thought, like kind of like you're saying, or we are doing some information is being lost, because I just don't want us to have like every time you have to do something, you have to go into 3 different
You cut it for me, Guy.
places, and so I just want to make sure we are careful not to spread. Yeah, we just have to be careful not to spread all these things across like multiple platforms, like an Excel sheet, Notion, and Aeon, because I feel like in the layout meeting.
Yeah, the problem is like the concept team, for example, is not on Aeon. Like all the concept tasks, for example, are not on Aeon.
Why? Is there a reason?
We don't.
Sorry, it's not.
Yeah, no, they don't need to use Aeon because they just need to upload one image, and they also said for us to save the licenses.
Okay.
Things that is not useful for them. It's gonna take more time to teach them Aeon than what they really gonna spend inside the platform. But what you were saying, makes total sense, Guy.
Yeah, I also agree with Yugi. Like, that's why I was not so sure if the task tracking, like, let me know if this makes sense or not, or if you maybe just need a status to just see, like, if people don't have anything, and if you can set up the views in Aeon, like, if Josh can just pinpoint me in the right direction, so I know how to do it. Because I couldn't find it. I couldn't find a way so far, like on Aeon to get information that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I'm just afraid of this. It's like you are creating something in Aeon. In layout, we are creating Google Sheets, and then you're using in Maya also Aeon for task management. So I feel like it's slowly getting a little bit out of control. Slowly, I'm not saying it's getting out of control, but it's like.
But we have to list the Notion anyway. Like, no matter what, we want to track, like, who's in the team or not. So no matter if we continue, like, what I did, but I think just having a general overview who's in which team, no matter if you have Aeon or not. Because not everyone is on Aeon. Like, the marketing team is also not there. Not everyone. Like, we basically just want to add people who really use it. And then
we create guests, some sort of guest without licenses in Aeon, Josh, or doesn't work like that?
No, everybody needs to have a license.
Okay.
To be able to use it, yeah. But what I would suggest us to do, because Pipeline has primarily just been focused on the actual, artists' work. I think what we should do is we should have a meeting with Pipeline and production, and then we can discuss what does production need, and then we can start setting up the production side of Aeon. Because right now, I feel like we haven't really delved into that, and there's a lot of really cool stuff in Aeon. When I'm not talking about scheduler and planner, I'm talking about just like overviews and that sort of stuff. That we need to set up, because right now it's like default mode, and it's a lot of information and it's all there all at once, and it's like what are we doing? It's crazy. So there are ways to actually set this up per person, per department, or per team as well. So let's if someone maybe early next week or end of this week, if we can maybe just schedule a meeting, and then we can actually spend some time together and try to set up, and I'll offer support from Pipeline to set up Aeon to work.
Like, I don't mind to move things from Notion to Aeon, whatever is like the more, the less things we use. I mean, as I said, we will have to list in Notion anyways, no matter what. Just to get the email and the extra information from some people.
I personally like the Notion. I think the only thing is we could probably just keep tasks in Aeon, but keep Notion for tracking purposes to see, is someone on Aeon, is someone not on Aeon, is someone on task, are they onboarded but not doing anything, or just that sort of like miscellaneous information which we can't add in Aeon anyway. I feel like Notion is great also for keeping track of credits and stuff. Notion is great, and that team database is really important because we can pull from it in other Notion pages. Like, for example, for tracking licenses, I'm actually pulling from that team database, so it helps me. We just need to actually set up Pipeline for production properly, and then it will streamline a lot of stuff for sure.
Would be too hard. Oh, sorry, Josh. Josh, after the Pipeline meeting, would be too hard to have the production meeting after that one tomorrow, or is too early?
Hold on, let me see what it's my meeting. I'm supposed to know what time it is.
Tomorrow around this.
If we can maybe have it before Pipeline, or maybe that's too early for you guys.
No, let's do after, already have another meeting.
Okay, let's do after Pipeline. We'll get together and we can do this.
Let me just confirm with everyone after this meeting, but I'll get back to you. Okay.
But yeah, let me know, and then we can do that.
Pipeline plus production. Okay. And should we get to the presentation, or Christine, do you have something else to?
No, that's it. That was just like my small update.
Thank you.
But thank you guys for the feedback and for the discussion. It's like good to have, and at least we have just now something for the meantime, and then we see how we can.
I think that's a really good, and I can see like, and what I'm just trying is to save you guys doing all this work, because I understand the need of like organizing all this information in a place. I just when I start seeing like each person going their own way, I start getting worried.
No, it makes total sense. It's a good reminder for us to not start again having 20 documents.
Yeah, exactly. And the reason why we're pushing for Aeon was to unify everything. And then I was like, I feel like we got Aeon and everyone is still like going their own ways.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is a reason, obviously. Making guys aware.
No, but on Wednesday maybe we can try to going back to the right path. Okay, so here we have like the normal presentation, like with the general announcements. So this one, I wanted to get this one, like our Notion, those who just upgraded our Notion so we can have more people invited. So Felipe, I will give you access. Daniel and Luna, I can give you access to your mail, or your normal emails again. So, because we were trying to make one email for everyone, so we didn't need that many guests. But I think now we can have everyone that needs to be on Notion in Notion. And the second general announcement is the kindly reminder that continue to send the form, people. Like, it's working, it's helping us onboard people. So yeah, don't forget to keep doing this. Next, I don't know, Becca, how are you? Do you think you can take it, or do you want me to continue with the presentation? I can't hear you. Yeah, and the other reminder, like, make the spotlight right in it. Yes, I don't. Yeah, please, Rebecca. But then I think I can.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I'm sorry, Ines. Yes, I know I have to do that too. The spotlight. I'll do it eventually.
Eventually. I like that sentence. I will do it eventually too. No, we're gonna do it. What I thought, I don't know how was this idea. Like, I think Becca brought it on another meeting, and I don't know if it move it forward with it. Like, every guide meeting to make their presentation, like our like pipeline Aeon. Josh, do you want to take it? Do you have any announcements to make?
Yes, there's been a couple of improvements and updates on pipeline. So the main one is we now have a new system in place for local files. This will be rolling out soon. And what do I mean by local paths? So for those of you who have been working with Aeon, you've noticed that obviously we have our work files, which is the scene files for Maya and for all the DCCs. And up until now, they all live on the Google Drive. And that, especially with layout, it causes a bit of problems because there's those files are like really big and everything needs to stream in. That's also why those files are so slow at opening and take like 20 minutes, because it has to stream in all of those references and everything from Google Drive. But we now have a new way of storing your work files on your own local computer, and only the publishers will live on the Google Drive. So we have already rolled this out to the entire assets team, and it's working very, very well. Right now, the rest of the team are all still on like the old system. It's very easy to switch. But it's done on a per user basis. Pretty much, there's just some paths on the Aeon settings that every user has to change. So we'll probably start rolling this out soon, especially to layout. The main thing with that, though, is we need to get the layout files published so that they are officially published, because then we can pull them back into the local. Because I've noticed when you change the local path to be on your own PC, it no longer sees the other files because the paths are different. But if you've published it, just the Maya file, you can then re-ingest it into your local and make a duplicate. So I'll be reaching out to layout soon, probably next week, to start setting that up. That's going to increase the speed of opening those layout files, because I know they're taking forever ever to load. Then also I've made some optimizations to the pipeline for Maya. So I've taken out some plugins that we don't need. I've also removed some plugins from certain departments that we don't need. And that is already drastically speeding up Maya's launch time. Then also, I don't know if any of you have opened Maya in the last couple days, but there is a new splash screen specific to our project that's up and running now. Then other than Maya, we're going to be starting to test out rendering with the farms. So we have we're looking at Fox Render Farm, which we're on talks with. We're going to start testing that out, but we're also going to be starting to test out V-Ray's own cloud render system. as well, just as an alternative, just so we can see which one works better from there. And we're also gonna very soon, once we have some assets, which will be soon, we're gonna start pushing the texturing and look diff pipeline and test and all of that stuff as well.
Nice.
I think that's pretty much all the new info from. Oh, and then the last thing is I figured this out today, is how to restrict or how to filter out the publish types. So for those of you who have already published things through Aeon, the list is really long of all the different types of things you can publish. We can actually filter that down per department now. So, for example, rigging department, once we set it up, we'll only be able to publish rigs. Asset department is already set up; they can only publish models, for example. So that at least visually will help to take away all of the confusion. And you'll only have what you need in front of you whenever you make a publish through Aeon. This will be set up properly within the next week for all departments. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. And yeah, we are still looking for people. So remember, if you see someone that can help Josh, because he has too many things on his plate. But thank you, Josh. In another note, I don't know if everyone saw that Josh made the tutorials for Aeon. They are in Notion, so if you need to send any artist, they are there.
Okay, cool.
Editorial, the kickoff meeting happened yesterday. I think we can wait for Delcio. Delcio is taking his kids to the school because his wife is sick. He should be soon here. But just a note, editorial will not happen in Aeon. But yeah, let's wait for Delcio. Maybe he can give more information. Then production. We talked on the production meeting that we can have an agenda for the meetings, if you want to make a little presentation like this one before we start. But just take care of the time of every artist. So if it's something that the artists don't need to listen, let's bring on this meeting, on the guides meeting, where we can talk, and then we don't spend the time of a lot of artists. And regarding Notion calendar, Rebecca, since Aeon's having weird bugs regarding schedule planner, I'm shifting it over to Notion for now. Notion should have the wiki and calendar. So yeah, that's one problem. Like he was saying, we are spreading, but let's at least try to keep. Let's keep it only Notion and Aeon, since Notion already has upgraded to.
Yeah, I don't mind what we use. I was just making the warning. Let's not spread. I don't. If we're like no, we're just gonna use Notion, then we just use Notion. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Tracking and overviewing will stay in Aeon. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, it's a little more work than we wished, and hopefully, I don't know if Aeon can fix it for us.
Or at least you could be artists only doing Aeon, only, and everything that is Notion is production. You don't need to care about this. You don't need to care about Aeon, and divide this somehow like this.
I think that could work, yeah.
Which I think more or less what you guys are doing, I imagine.
I think so. Becca, do you have any other notes on on production?
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Layout. Irina is not here, but okay. So for what I understand,
is not here. Yeah.
Yeah, but for what I understood, we are 66% finished. You let me know if you know any other information.
Yeah, there is still things we are waiting for mocap for the live souls. We are doing some sort of priority list, and so we can start requesting GBK the final data. Also, we're waiting for an edit from Delcio. Delcio told us he was going to sort of start dividing the editorial in sequences, and we're going to start locking the edit for each sequence, and then we can start, instead of trying to lock the full edit of the film, the idea is to split it by the sequence that already exists and lock the edit for those. And then we can start working on the animation, on the layout, separating by shots. So if the plan hasn't changed, I feel like that's where we are heading. So we are waiting for Delcio to start giving us like an edit. So then we can start off one of the sequence. I think the apartment might be the first. The apartment, no, the one in the street might be the first. AOP, is that the one? The first one?
Outside, I don't know.
Yeah,
that stands for Okay.
Yeah. So we are waiting for that so we can start like seeing how this all looks together, because so far we're just seeing like little chunks in a layout. We are like getting reviews here and there. So I think Delcio starting locking in edits will help us like to see the flow and the pacing and all that.
Okay.
So I don't know if Delcio gave you any information. I knew he was supposed to do something this weekend. I don't know if you guys know anything else. If not, we'll just ask him.
Yeah, let's ask him later. I know he's still with the one-on-ones. We have like, I think 3 meetings this week. But then I see that here, like the idea was to make the first order on the 27th. That is in tomorrow. So we need to check if that's still up. Yeah. The GBK order. Okay.
Yeah, so from what I understood from GBK, and I don't know if you probably are aware, is that they actually prefer us to keep sending small little batches of orders instead of just giving them a big one. So
I think that's better for us too, right?
Yeah, it's better for us, and it's what they wanted, because in the beginning we were like, oh no, we need to send them the whole thing, like the whole order. But they actually prefer, because then they can do it as they get a free time.
Awesome.
On the same topic of the order, I'm still waiting for the test facial mocap stuff from GBK to lock down the facial pipeline, which we kind of need that before we place the final order for the.
Didn't you get already the face files?
They did, but it wasn't the correct files that I wanted. I requested them to send me the HMC footage so we can process it. So they went so far on their own and actually processed it for us, but they just sent a Maya scene without the plate, without the HMC footage. So we don't have any time code or anything, and also it's completely locked to that one rig. And obviously Lavina has updated, so we need to be able to export that or rebuild the data. Okay. So I asked them, and Irina wrote the email. I asked them to just, in addition to the Maya scene that they made for us, if they could also just give us the HMC plate, and also maybe an FBX, the same FBX file that they got from Unreal Engine that they applied on the Maya file. If we can also get that, so we can actually start testing out this facial mocap on the newest update of Lavina. So I'm still waiting for them to get in touch with the
Actually,
new file.
I thought they sent you the HMC, not the file itself. It's surprising.
No, they sent just the Maya file, which is cool because we can see it in action, but I mean we can't really use it. So yeah.
I will ask Irina if she can send a follow-up.
Yeah.
Cool. Assets, environment. We will review the form to check new artists for assets. The forms. I don't know. If I wrote this one, I don't remember. And sorry.
I think I can help you from that. I think it was me that asked you to put that in there. So right now we have a lot of people that have applied for assets. So we don't necessarily need to go hunt for other people. We can use the file that we have, the TAOS talent pool, and we can see who is in there, send it to Scott and send it to Josh, and you guys can see who we have on there. And then if we need to, we can go hunt for other people. But for now, we have a lot of people on the TAOS talent pool, so we don't necessarily need to be looking out for other people outside of the forms. So yeah.
For assets.
Awesome. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for animation as well. Guilherme did tell you that yesterday, but we do have a few people, extra people. Delcio and I and Fernando will review them this afternoon. So I might reach out today or tomorrow with a few more people for animation as well, because we do have more applications, but we just want to screen them first before sending them to you.
Yeah, sounds good. And I think I might do a little post on LinkedIn and try to call some more people in as we get.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
How many more people do you want?
My concern is senior people. I think I would like.
Okay, you want seniors.
Yeah, I think I would like 5 senior people.
Okay. Okay.
Ideally.
I'll keep that in mind.
So I can then assign at least one of them with some other person, and kind of have the little back and forth. So I feel like we are getting a lot of like a junior mid-level.
We are, yeah.
And although Christina is going to help, and Suvik is also going to help, and I think Nick is also going to help. So I think we have some quite of like a nice little group forming. But the more seniors we have, the less time there is in back and forth, and it's going to be make it easier. So
yeah, okay. That really helps us with the review, because then when we are reviewing people for animation, we can kind of see like their level, and if they're like too junior, we can maybe like put them as a backup for now, and just keep their information. And if they're like senior, we can then send them to you, so they like you're not wasting your time like reviewing people that are like too junior for the for the team, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good to know. Cool.
Yeah. Also, like if they have a lot of mocap, like I don't think apart from the animators, they already know, and Christina knows, they are bringing into the project. All the new ones that are coming in, I think only one person that I reviewed had some sort of like mocap experience.
Yeah.
So although I don't feel that's mandatory, it's actually like really nice if people start coming in with some sort of like already worked with mocap data somehow. That'll be useful.
Okay, so we definitely need to have that in mind, Fernanda, when we do the review this afternoon. Try to see if they have any mocap experience, and try to look out for more like mid to senior people rather than juniors.
Yeah.
So cool. Okay, but feel free to like send it on LinkedIn as well, like if you want. Sorry, Josh. Go ahead.
Sorry. On that topic, one of our sponsors, Andrew, he's one of the creators of Zoo Tools. He actually said that he would love to do a one shot.
Okay.
He is from what I understand, he's a senior and I think also a supervisor in animation. He used to work for ILM, Sydney, and Pixelogic, not Pixelogic, Animalogic, and all of those big studios in Australia. Nice. So he's got quite a bit of experience with animation. He's also very technical because he made Zoo Tools, and I believe he has mocap experience as well. Or
that's perfect. That's exactly the type of people I want.
So we can try and get him on your team. I mean, he wanted to join anyway to at least do least one shot. So
is he not in this channel, in the Discord channel?
He's in the Discord channel. Yeah, he should be on. I think he's got access to rigging. He's got access to everything, but he's on Discord. We can shoot him a message, and I can put you two in touch as well.
Can you please do that? And then we can send him the form, and then he can just fill it out, so he knows have the actual details of him.
Cool. I'll link you with these details.
Thanks, Josh. That's good.
Do we need him to fill the form? Since I think he.
I don't know if he already filled. I just thought it would be nice to just like everything on the little Google Sheets with the name, the email,
It's always nice.
No, but I mean, maybe we already have. Maybe we already have his information because I don't know, and Josh, just to confirm, like if we don't have his information already, because if he's already on Notion with the email and everything, then we just need to give him the role of animation, so you are aware he's on that.
What's his name?
Andrew Silk.
Silky, yeah. I don't think he's on the Google form because I think we onboard him like as we were getting like the Zoo Tools sponsorship.
Okay.
So then we need because there's Andrew and then there's what's his name? Dave, is it? He's like the other program or Dan. He's like the other supporter for Zoo Tools, but I don't think he's animating though.
Yeah,
but he is.
I think
there.
I think he is.
Is he? He is animating. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember.
I didn't know if
I
he said
can
he
be.
wanted to do animation for it or not. So
yeah, I don't know if he didn't say he wanted to do animation for the show, but from his little intro that he gave us, I don't know if you were there, Colin. If I vaguely remember, I think he did some animations on the Gears of War games back in the day.
Okay.
But I mean, we can always ask if he's interested.
Yeah, we could ask.
Yeah,
some animation. I mean,
yeah. My idea, just so you guys are aware, is to at least have one senior responsible for each sequence. And then from then on, then we can split it out between mid junior. But having one person that kind of like is the assignee to that sequence, that's kind of my idea.
Yeah.
Right now.
Andrew is definitely not on Notion. So please ask him to fill out the form so that we have his data, and then Christine can put him there.
Cool. Yeah, I'll send him a message.
Thank you.
Awesome.
On our little group with him.
Awesome.
We have a group with we have a group with Andrew and the Zoo Tools team. Yeah, I'll just add you to the group as well.
Okay.
And you also have direct contact with him, and then
Sounds cool.
I'll ask if he's still interested and link him the form, and then you can take it from there.
All right. Sounds great.
Just before we move forward to characters, since Josh, you're here, regarding the pipeline generalists, yesterday there was a question if Brandon is already helping you out or not with the pipeline tools and stuff.
Brendan, as in our actor?
Yes.
Yes.
I haven't had any contact with him, but if he wants to help, that would be awesome.
Yeah, because apparently he has done some production coordination, and so Delcio was asking yesterday if maybe you would like Brendan to kind of help you out figuring out the tasks and just helping you with the production side of things so that we can
that would be great.
Alleviate a little bit your plate. Okay, awesome.
That'd be amazing. Yeah.
Awesome. So we can get in touch with him. And also there was this guy named Lionel. You were also not in touch with him, or are you in touch with him?
No, I mean, on my team right now for pipeline, it's myself, it's Mateus.
Okay,
it's
Mateus
Ricardo
is there.
Corver,
Okay.
And then it's Lucas.
Okay,
our other pipeline guy. That's it. Right.
Okay,
now,
so Lucas, Mateus, and who was the other guy?
Ricardo Corver, but he's kind of split between assets as well because he's also modeling.
Okay.
He's essentially his support for pipeline is helping us build the look dev tools, which he's almost done with. So
okay, because apparently Delcio said that Lionel, he's also already in the team, has some nuke experience. So so I think he would be awesome to help you out with nuke. And then there's apparently another guy called Fernando that we need to track who he is, but he's a generalist, so he could also help you out with all the things, according to Delcio. And then we have Brandon that could come in and help you out with the production side of things, which would leave us basically hunting for someone for Blender, someone for Houdini, and someone for Maya, basically. If you wanted one person for each software.
Yeah, and that other one that you sent me the other day,
yes,
girl,
the girl.
Are we still good on getting her in?
Yes, I sent her a message. I think she did reply yesterday very, very late, so I don't think I actually saw her message yet. But as soon as I have set that up, I will confirm that to you. Because some people, I'm reaching out to them and they don't reply immediately. They take 2 or 3 days to reply back. And so there's a little bit of delay. But as soon as that is confirmed, I will get in touch with you. And yeah.
Awesome. And also on those other names that you just mentioned, would you be able to just send them through to me?
Of course.
Just the names and any other info you have, just so I can check them out as well.
Of course. No, I just wanted to do a little check-in because yesterday with Delcio, we spoke about this with him on the production meeting, and there was a lot of information. So I just wanted to know what was good to pass on to you and what's trash, and to not be like overwhelming you with information. But yeah, now that I know it's good, I will send everything over Discord as well.
Awesome, thank you.
I was just looking. I was just looking at this Documents Hub in the production channel, and it feels like a lot of them are outdated. The Notion is not here. Is this? Are you guys saving these sort of links and things somewhere else, or is not meant to be public? The Notion. What's the idea? For example,
like we have the public page of Notion, like the one that TAOS. I think that should be on.
For example, like I'm a random person. I come into this and I want to click on this link. How do I find this without going to the Notion, without knowing?
But I mean, that's what I'm asking. Like, I think it should be on the Documents Hub, like the public page of the TAOS, where you have the information, the story, the characters. But the other one with the team list is not public because we have the emails. We don't want
this. I have the wiki. Is that the one? Daily.
The wiki is for the people who are in the team, like the contributors.
So but I don't know one with all the team names and all that. That's not.
That's for production. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we should probably, now that we've actually started on the wiki, we should probably make a channel, like a green channel somewhere that has the links to the wiki, and then we restrict it to only be visible by the contributors.
Okay.
I think that'll be good. And then also on the notes, since we're on Notion and on the wiki, please let me know if you guys would want to have a wiki for your department. Then we can have that set up just to have some rules written down so we stay consistent. I started doing that now with assets, so they have their own wiki with just general rules on naming and structure and stuff, just to keep things just like a little wiki for your department to store information and stuff like that. And then we can do department-based wikis as well, if it's needed.
Okay, now like next on characters. Colin, I'm so sorry. You were too independent. You made the whole...
No, you're good. Don't worry.
You made the whole event, and I just added like an image, and I forgot to put on Delso's calendar. So he...
Oh, you're good. Don't worry.
Yesterday, he said like, I didn't know.
Anyway, yeah. So I had the rigging meeting on Saturday, and we're gonna have weekly meetings until the 12th for when the rig KO is due, and then we're gonna go bi-weekly meetings from there. So right now we do have a control rig for Lavina. It's been published. So I would so Guy, if you want to give me some feedback on that, that would be wonderful. There's a video that explains the Hive rig controls. I just want to make sure that everything is good on that end, or if there's any other features you want me to add, I can try looking into that.
What is the idea how do we get mocap into the controls? What is the workflow?
Yes, so there's a tool on Hive to I believe to bake mocap onto the controls. I think it's literally called constrain and bake. I think that's what they want you to use. So I can go over that in a video or something like that, if that's the easiest thing for you to do. To just watch it and you can do it yourself.
Yeah, I think that would be nice. Yeah. When you're on time, you just grab one of the mocap. Like for example, you could open any random layout scene.
Right? Yeah.
And you try to replace one of the actual character that is there with your rig.
Yeah,
right?
I want someone to test out loading the control rig into one of the layout files and then trying to copy the animation over.
We can do it together.
That's the only that'd be great. Yeah.
Do you prefer to do it with me live, or do you want to do it yourself in the video, and then how do you prefer?
I think I would actually want you to do it because I think the animation team's probably going to be the one that bakes it over. And then I can just kind of watch and see and just make sure that the like the steps are like simple to follow, and like you can like you can teach others on how to do it if
that's perfect. So maybe we should get a meeting between you, me, Christina.
Can I also be included in that meeting, please?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to just include it.
Because I think this is also because my main concern is just making sure that the publish loads all of the control rig assets properly. Yeah, and just making sure that because like I was having an issue with, or Josh, I think I don't know if this problem was brought up to you, but a problem with making the sets for publishing. So when you create or I guess specifically for like the rigging portion, at least, if you create like a rig main set, the rig doesn't copy over to the set. So when you try publishing it, it only publishes an empty set. And so Fernando and I don't know if this is the same Fernando that's supposed to be on the that's like the mysterious person on the Notion, but there is a Fernando on the rigging team too. So we're trying to figure out on kind of like the distribution of where in the sets like each part of the control rig is going to go. And maybe we can like auto like do it when, or like we could try like validating it and it'll like automatically like move all the control rig parts to the respective like set section.
Yeah, we can with that error, it's based on selection. So you need to have the group with everything, so like the root group selected that houses everything before you create the rig publish. Otherwise, because it's based on selection, otherwise it will just create an empty set. And I don't know if it's a bug. It happened with us the other day with me and Scott when we were publishing the visors. But again, we don't know if we like maybe didn't select it correctly or what. But usually what you do is you just delete the creator, close the loader, close the creator, open it again, and then do it again. Make sure your selection there. We could possibly also try to write a script that adds it to the set in case it didn't get added. But that's something we should sync on for sure. Could I also be added to the rigging meeting as well?
Sure. I still need to make the like event thing, but I'll ping you guys for visibility.
Cool. Then at least I can try and provide pipeline support on those like initial rigs to make sure that goes smooth through the pipeline, because that's going to be pretty important.
Yeah. And then what was the other thing I was gonna? Oh yeah. All 4 riggers, including me, are all now on a specific character. So hopefully we'll have at least the control rig with the stage proxy in by like this week or next week. And then from there we just have to just get like the model, like the finished model, and then add that to the control rig, and we should be like close. We should be like pretty like good to go. After that,
did you get any updates from Mariano? Because I know
I did not get any message from Mariano.
So on that as well. So I spoke with Delcio over the weekend, and we decided for so I'm both me and Scott we're sort of gonna overall Livina a little bit, and we're gonna be taking care of the scaling. There's some issues with the topology and with the UVs, so we're gonna overall on that a little bit just to make sure it hits production standards, and then we'll hand off that asset back to Mariano to continue texturing, and then we'll do the scale, because the scale needs to be pixel perfect to the proxy for the rig to be able to transfer with the animation and everything. So both Scott and I are on that, so we're going to try and see if we can get you a finished version of Lavina at correct scale somewhere next week.
Okay, got it.
If all goes well.
And then I would also make sure you tell the other like those who are doing like I think it's the 404s that also got rescaled. Yeah, so yeah, I would just make sure that their models are also to scale.
Okay, that's a good shout. Yeah, Scott and I will take care of that.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
we don't have anyone on 404. We don't have anyone on characters right now other than Mariano. At least
Okay,
on the
got it.
production
Yeah.
side, and then
Yeah.
we have concept for Demon Pope, but we're not there yet in terms of
Yeah.
actual model. So yeah, we'll take care of that. I'll put that on the agenda for me and Scott.
Yeah. Do we sorry, just reverting back a little bit, Colin and Josh, can you guys do a meeting? Can you do before or after tomorrow's pipeline meeting? What does work best for you?
I think for me, I think after pipeline's meeting would work.
Yeah, we possibly have a meeting after pipeline for production to go over the Aeon stuff. For me, before it would work, but then that's going to be too early for Colin. Otherwise,
I think I could do before. I can do it. I can do it.
Or on Thursday.
Okay.
But yeah, let me know.
Let's shoot for before the meeting. And
okay.
I'll do my best in joining.
Okay. All right.
Like an espresso or something.
I swear my sleep schedule is getting better. I made it to this meeting at least.
Up to you guys. So can I get someone to make this meeting, please, for all of us, or should I just make it myself on the calendar? How does it work, production? It's up to you.
I can set it up. So Colin, Guy, Josh,
Christina, and Josh. Yeah. I can set it up, but I think it will be nice because if you do it in the public thing, anyone can join, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you do it, everyone sees it, and if anyone can join, they can just join.
Okay.
And if I do it, then it doesn't. Yeah. Make it an event. So people.
And what's the name of this? Sorry, I got lost.
Lavina rig test.
Lavina rigging animation test.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Anything else for characters?
Not to my knowledge. At least from my end.
Yeah, from my side, I have a question, and that's kind of like just scheduling wise. On the 404s, a lot of the concept now is just being done for the close from my perspective. So we want to know if there's any work that needs to be done on the bodies, and when are we looking to have a kickoff on that so we can get some character artists on those tasks.
So you need. Sorry, again.
Okay, should I repeat the question?
Yes, please.
Okay, so when are we looking to kick off characters, specifically the 404s? Obviously, we already have Lavina and Demon Pope, but the 404s, they're kind of just still there. And looking at the concept work that's being done, it's mostly just clothing variations. So I'd like to know if we're planning to touch up the bodies and the faces as well. And then when are we going to have roughly the kickoff for starting characters so we can get some people to start testing that out?
I can find that information for you. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is about 44s. You mean? Sorry, I missed. Yes.
Yes, 404s. Yeah.
The 404s. Yeah.
No, as I understand, we are not touching the models which we have kind of faces, bodies. We will try to. We will check the concepts that we have right now, and we'll try to find the outfits, the clothes that we can combine and make different 44s from few sets of clothes, kind of something like this. So no, we are not changing their faces. I don't know. Okay. At least it's how I understood from the idea of Delcia. We are going to discuss this later, but as I understood, no, we are not touching them.
Okay. We, at least from like the technical side, we do need to touch them up a little bit because the models themselves were just proxies meant for motion capture. So they do need a little bit more polish. And then under the hood, like topology, UVs, we still need to get that locked down as well. For it, and add like teeth on the inside in the case that there's gonna be some sort of mouth open or something plane shape. Those are also things we need to start thinking about from a modeling perspective, at least.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think we have an artist for it, Rebecca, still. So yeah.
No, but we have some that are waiting. No, I think you brought on.
Yeah, I got 2 guys for characters, which is Joaquin Cosio and Rashid Jatip. So we can get them on the 404s, on the bodies, and eventually on some clothing variations once those are out. But yeah, I'm just sort of also looking timeline-wise, when we can start bringing them in.
Okay. Good. And if there's no more information for the characters, okay, then going. Yeah, like it looks like we need to make a base and then make clothes variation later, right? So yeah, I should check that.
Yeah.
For FX, Rodrigo, Friday we have the kickoff meeting, so hopefully you are already like easier with work, and then we can start that.
Yeah, me too. I hope that.
Good.
Why you will?
This one I added here, but I don't know the information to understand what it is. CFX Groom. We need to start recruiting. Is that Josh?
Yeah, I mean, I could take that one.
No, you can't.
I know I can't take it, but I mean, I could put my thoughts on that one. We have someone for Groom already. His name is Lucas Rodrigo. He's already started to experiment, just playing around with Levina for Groom. But we potentially will need another artist or another few artists, because talking to Dalcio, there's a possibility that Ben is going to need Groom, and then the 404 hero might also need Groom. So would be good to have at least 3 groomers. And then CFX is pretty much that's going to be a big one. That's cloth and character effects. So Demon Pope is going to be very heavy in terms of cloth simulation. So we're going to need someone quite experienced, quite senior to take on that. And then Lavina is going to need CFX. Some of the 404, the 404s will need like a light pass of CFX for the ones in the dark, and then the hero will also need. So we're probably going to need like 4 or 5 CFX guys, and then at least one senior for Demon Pope, and then Groom, I would say at least 3. So we would need to start recruiting for that for sure.
I want to play.
You want
to play? Yeah. Of course.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was just looking at the list of people that were in this meeting, and I was like, Rodrigo is here. Why is he not saying anything about it?
Well, he's the soup, so I mean, you can give yourself any task that you want because you're the supervisor.
Yeah, I think like that super like senior person, Josh, that you're talking about. I think that's Rodrigo.
Yeah, I was actually talking about someone that could help Rodrigo, so Rodrigo doesn't have everything on himself.
Okay. Yeah.
Because he's already like super senior supervisor, so I mean, yeah.
But Rodrigo, like, feel free to bring anybody in that you want. I was trying to bring William da Silva, but he's not available. So we need to find other people. So please talk to me and let's try to find other artists. We also have somebody else that you might know interested in joining, but I don't know if she's the right person. Sandora, do you remember Sandora from the last team?
Sandora.
Yeah, she wants to join as well, but I'm not sure what her skills are. But I think you're the person to assess that. So yeah, just so that you know.
We'll take a look.
Good morning. I'm sorry for being late. I had to take my daughters to school. It was unexpected, so I apologize, but life happened. About Sandora, just a jump here. we need to ask Josh because she's really good at clothes. Like she's kind of like a fashion design of 3D type of thing. So she might be perfect to actually do the cloth for Demon Pope. She used Marvelous Design.
Mm-hmm. If you guys can link me your portfolio, I'll look into that from the modeling standpoint. But yeah, thanks. Also, I can try ask my network if anyone is wanting to join CFX and Groom. I've got a lot of. I used to work in CFX, so I got a lot of connections there in that department.
Yeah, but just for a little question, are we also discussing this on Friday on the kickoff meeting, or I don't know if Josh wants to be part of it, or is something apart?
You can add me. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
I have
can
time
see
now,
if you can.
so
Okay.
I'll try. If it's not like 2 o'clock in the morning, then I'll join.
Okay. Okay. And ta-da! I don't know. People have more questions, concerns.
Rebuttal?
No, I just copied back a presentation.
I just wanted to say thank you for the people that sent the artist spotlight, and I will keep being a pain in the ass for the people that haven't sent it yet. So, but I just wanted to say thank you because a couple people sent it. So yeah, we're better than last week. Yeah, but please do send it my way, and so that we can share it with everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. I asked Delcio last Friday to have some meeting and decide on this. On decide on what? Sorry.
On the 404s, right?
Okay. Yes. We need to do some decisions there. Let me know. Why don't we do let's schedule a meeting between me, Maria, Luna, and whoever wants to be part of that decision.
Okay.
How's the edit, Delcio?
Yeah. There's this point here that we didn't go through, the editorial.
Did you manage to edit any of the sequences during?
So I didn't edit anything. What I did that was like the most bulky of the work is that now I finally managed, like yesterday, I finally managed to set up the proper editorial pipeline. So that meaning that now Kyle just gave me the confirmation early in this morning that he have access to it. Josh has access to it. I had a kickoff meeting with the editors yesterday. But basically now the editors can take over the editorial. So it's not on my hands anymore. Okay. So that should speed up the process key. Okay. So it was more complicated than I anticipated because of like and anyhow, but now it should be all done. And I feel like last night I just throw a brick out of my back to the ground. So it was great. I feel much lighter today.
And the plan is still to lock things by sequence, editorial wise.
Correct. So the idea, Kyle is the most experienced guy. So he's going to be overlooking the entire editorial.
Okay.
And then we're going to have per sequence, just so it's not a lot of work for Kyle, per sequence, we're going to have, we're basically going to have an editor for 2 or 3 sequences, depending of like how big they are. So we're going to have Allison, Filipa, and I forgot her name, Benin or something like that. So they're like basically all together, we're going to have at least 4 editors. So they're going to be updating the sequence, and then Kyle is going to be updating the whole thing. So very soon we should have what I would like to be having right now is that we keep updating every week the entire sequence. And one of the decisions that I had to do is that we are not using Aeon for the editorial pipeline. We are bypassing Aeon for the editorial because it was going to be too complicated. I don't think we would gain too much.
Okay. And the idea is, how are you planning to like sort of like split the edit? Because before you told me you wanted to like select like one sequence and lock the edit for that sequence, so we can start splitting into shots and doing all the you know, going down the pipeline with the animation. Is still that your idea?
Yeah, that is the idea still. Yes.
Do you have a sequence you believe it's going to be the first one you're going to lock in?
So the sequence that we're gonna go is actually in order of like how many characters we have. So I think the very first sequence that I wanted to lock is the beginning, is the AOP.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is the one that I would like to lock first, and then the ones that we get the drones. So basically the elevator and the ending of the rooftop.
Okay.
You know, the ending
the
of the
elevator is the one where she's inside the inside all the one inside
all the inside of the elevator. Yes,
it's just her and the drone and the unicorn. Right. Okay.
Yes. Because I think the drone and the unicorn are gonna be the easiest characters to get done. The Demon Pope is gonna come later. So we can work on Lavina, but we're gonna need Demon Pope later.
Okay, sounds cool. Nice. Okay, cool. Good. That's I just wanted to double check that with you, so Christine and I can start like focusing on these ones and get them done. Also, I want to another thing I wanted to ask you is if you have any animators from ILM more senior level that you think could help. Let me know.
Okay. I would try to avoid bringing people from ILM, but I can look into it.
ILM or maybe other studio that you know, or any.
The person that I would like to bring it back was the guy, I forgot his name. He actually went to the THU and he was like a superstar.
Cool.
Like, you remember him? Like, he was
did he work with us in Everlasting?
He worked with us in Everlasting.
Alex?
No. He actually went to Trojan Horse.
From he flew in?
No, he is in Holland right now, like I think, Netherlands.
Yeah, I know him. He's not replying to us.
No,
I don't think I think he's busy. My God, what the fuck?
Elon.
It's Elon. Yeah, Elon.
Yeah, he's not replying. He's busy. He doesn't have the time. That's like the last update I had from him months ago when we were trying to get him on the team, Delcio. But yeah, he hasn't updated us for a while, but I don't think we will be lucky in that regard.
Yeah, I think we shouldn't. Everyone from the Everlasting team, I reached out to them in the beginning of this project, and maybe David is going to be the only one that might do a shot. All the other ones, they didn't show interest for X, Y reason.
Okay. We'll find people. No worries.
Actually, the only thing that I was telling Inez is like, I would like to have a couple more senior people so I can assign them. I wanted to assign one senior that I trust to each sequence, and then kind of go from there a little bit.
So Alan Camilo, I think is his name. He's the creator of Anibot.
Yeah.
Anibot.
Do you think he'll be able to?
He's coming to THU. I don't know if he's going to be able to actually help, but I definitely think that he could ask for help.
Okay.
Like put out the word and like people would show up. I can talk to him.
Do you want to talk to him or do you want me to talk to him?
No, you can talk to him if you want.
Okay. I'll try and reach out to him. I don't know him, but I can get his contact from Andrea and from LinkedIn and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, like ask Andre to give him the heads up and then get in touch with him.
Yeah, sounds good.
Liam, do you think that Alex will be able to recommend anybody? Because he also knows like a lot of senior animators. Do you think there's like space for that?
Yeah, I can try that. I can try asking Alex.
Yeah. Because he might not be able to join, but he knows like half of everybody that works in animation.
Yeah, the only not concerned, but the only thing that might be a problem is that a lot of the people that he knows in his world is a lot of like very stylized keyframe animation, like Animation Mentor, Pixar-like, you know.
Gotcha.
And a lot of these people don't have interest in joining these projects because it's realistic motion capture and not Pixar stylized, you know. So even if he has the people, even if he finds the senior animators, they might not be like, oh, I don't want to work in this realistic show. But I can reach out. But
well, we have the horse as well. The horse with the unicorn. We
have unicorn. We have a couple of keyframe shots for sure, but still, like, if the animators' focus is Pixar, DreamWorks, like, this project is not something they would want in their portfolio a lot of the times. That's yeah.
Go ahead.
But I will definitely reach out.
Yeah, what I'm getting a little worried is that GBK is taking a long time to give us the solves that are missing.
Yeah, I think Christine and I are trying to book a meeting with David and figure out. Give me Chris, you know. Yeah. And Christina had a meeting with Chris also, and I think she sorted out some things.
Okay.
I don't know why she isn't here, but she could probably tell you more about that because she's more into that. I am a little bit worried, but I also believe that I'll talk to Christina, and I feel like we can simplify GBK's work in a lot of the work they normally do because we can do it ourselves. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So Irene and I will reach out to Chris, and yes, Christina, we will meet with David. Yeah, that's the idea. Christina will give you a better update on this.
Yeah. Pipeline wise, there was a couple of things that I mostly this weekend, like last night, I was working on the editorial pipeline. But I was talking to Josh. We need to decide if we're gonna go with Fox Render or if we're gonna use like the cloud render from V-Ray, like we did with Everlasting. We need to do some tests. Probably need to get a turntable and test it out. I think it's not gonna work the way we were envisioned before, because I was envisioning us having deadline to like look at the renders. It's not gonna work. It's gonna become super complicated. So yeah, we need to look into it. But yeah, like now that the editorial is out of my plate, I'm gonna have more time to like look into other things and I'm still trying to find people to help Josh as well with the pipeline. But yeah, guys, like it's a victory. Every day is one little victory. Just get happy with it. You know, we'll get there. Little by little, we go there.
Yeah, definitely. Cool.
We are not a shark. We're like a piranha. Little bites.
A lot of piranhas.
We are a lot of us just going like.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and I love that word piranha.
No.
Piranha. That's how I call my dog.
Poor dog. Pipoca.
She's a piranha. So for those who don't know, in Portuguese, I don't know in Portugal, but in Brazil, piranha means a gold digger. Like someone who's like,
I had no idea. Very street way of saying it.
Yeah, it's a slang that we say for usually a woman, but I also say to some friends as a nice way. It's basically when they feel the blood, like the piranha is like smell the blood, go after, right? It's the same. It's smell the money and go after, the piranha. Then start like.
Yeah, it's funny because if I'm not mistaken, the Spanish version of that is zorra, which means fox.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, it means what? Fox?
Fox. Zorra.
Okay. I prefer piranha. And I like that word piranha. I like to say that.
Oh my god. Yes, it is fun. It is fun. It is fun. Terrible, but fun. Oh my god.
We're the storm of the piranhas. You know that movie where the sharks is coming from the clouds and stuff. The sharks. We are the piranhas coming.
Piranhado, tudo piranhado, rapaz. Tá piranhado.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys know that, but Jim Cameron, the first movie that he directed was a piranha movie.
Oh, really? I had no idea.
Okay. Nice.
So it's good to be a piranha. We are a piranha.
Oh, yeah, we can repurpose the many.
The alchemy of the piranhas.
Yes.
Yes.
A new sticker.
Yep. That's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
People are not gonna understand, like, why they are putting piranhas as a sticker. Like,
In the store.
one other thing, like you see, like we have good news. Notion now is better.
I told people, yeah.
Oh yeah, we improved Notion, and I was successfully yesterday. I was able to access the API of Notion finally. So now I can actually extract data from Notion and use it, which before I couldn't. But so like you're probably asking like what does it matter? Like it matters because now, like for example, yesterday I needed emails from people, and I just like, hey, grab it from Notion, and it just so now I can automate some of the process. Basically, that's it. Okay. So when we adding people to it, when we needed to like ask questions, or we need to like add data to Notion and stuff, like it's gonna be much easier. Guilherme's like, I don't give a fuck.
No, the only thing that I just the only thing I give a fuck is what I said in the beginning. Is just I don't want every person to do their own thing. Just want to focus.
To try to keep it in Aeon as much as possible.
Or
yes, I think what is gonna happen, just saying, is that Notion is gonna be mostly production centric.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
unfortunately because just like we try using Aeon, and it sucks, right? It just sucks. The production system there it's really bad. And I think they know that. So we are using Aeon for like the pipeline production part of it, for the artists to like load the stuff, blah blah blah. That is solid. The production part is gonna have to be all in Notion. So okay. But that means like Wikipedia and everything, we can concentrate everything in Notion. Like
I just don't. I want the animators to only send information to one place.
Okay.
So I don't mind if production want to jump between one and the other, but I don't want them to like be confused in like, oh, I have to flick out this in Google Sheets and then go to Notion and do this, that I did this in Notion and then go back to it would be nice if they would just go to one place.
Again, like a piranha, the fact that I got access to the API of Notion means that if I get the API from
Aeon,
which is not that hard, I might be able to connect them. So
yeah, that's perfect.
One, you flip the other one and stuff like that.
That's perfect.
I'm not promising, but I'll try.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, we will try to keep the artists like as less work as possible. Do less work as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, don't worry, Fair. He complains a lot, but then in the end, he just go and do it. That's his.
No, it's a good concern. He brought it. Yeah, no, it's right.
On Everlasting, I was concerned for a while, and then he went and did it. So.
Okay. We should jump to the other meeting. We only have half an hour now to do the other one.
What is the other meeting?
The recruitment one.
Oh, I have.
I need like 2 minutes before we jump onto that one.
Okay.
But yeah, but I'm going to join in 2 minutes.
If you talk about Portal, I'm out. Like the what's the name? If you talk about the THU, the THU, what's the platform?
It's a review of the team. It has nothing to do with the platform.
Okay. Yeah, don't worry.
Something about the platform, I'm out. Like
no, that's at 6 p.m. That's in like 3 hours.
Okay, I'm gonna jump then, guys. See you. Nice seeing you.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
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 Bye. See you. Bye.
Wait, I need to leave?
Peraí, stop.